we had a room in our house that was filled just with trophies and medals, right? So I'm waiting. It felt like I was competing every weekend at some sort of local competition. And my first nationals that I competed at, I won the gold medal. And before that, I won the state. So I'm like, man, I'm on top of the world. I'm unstoppable.
Finals in the boys' Finn division. Steve Lopez in the blue out of Houston, Texas, 13-year-old 92-pounder. And Joseph Hales in the red, a very happy Steve Lopez. He is only 13 years old. Steve Lopez, your boys' Finn gold medal winner.
But then at the second, I think it was my second junior nationals, as you were saying, I saw this kid and I'm starting to get figuring out the brackets and who I'm going to be competing against. And so I started looking at this kid. Man, he was like really making a lot of kids cry. I was like, man, this kid's pretty good. And I'm like, killer. Yeah, and he keeps winning. I'm like, oh, dude. And again, it goes to the mind. I start psyching myself out. I was like, why am I so... I'm worried. I'm concerned. Yeah. And I'm like, man, well, I have to fight this kid. Well, yeah, that's what it ended up doing. I went out there and it was disappointing. I went out there and just got he mopped the floor with me.
Oh, no.
Okay. The disappointing part was I did it to myself.
Yeah.
I didn't even go out there. I didn't do anything. I just froze. Yeah. And allowed this kid just to beat me
just
up.
to tee off on you.
Yeah.
How'd that make you feel, Steven?
It was not a good feeling. I went, I just went out and went to the restroom. I was crying, and I remember looking at in the mirror and going, "What the heck are you crying about?" I wasn't physically hurt, but I was
humiliated.
Yeah. From my mom and from my dad, and I started thinking how much money it took for us to get to this, to stay at the hotel, and I just failed myself. I failed my family, and I remember thinking, never, ever again will this happen to me. Never. It was just a terrible feeling, and so I remember thinking to myself, I don't care if I ever fight a 9-foot giant, 4 arms, 3, whatever. Yeah. The last thing I'm going to do is just allow myself to be beaten.